one, we're going to consider the following function defined by its graph and find the following limits. So we'll get started and recall from our tables that a limit is your numerical value that's the output or your y value. So for this first one, we have the limit as x approaches -2 from the left of f of x. This negative here means you're going to the left. So let's first find -2. There's right there, -2. So from the left, you're traveling from the left and you just follow the graph. You have to jump up here and you go all the way to -2. And even though it doesn't equal it because it's open interval here, we still approach -1. Now from the right, this one, this is the limit as x approaches -2 from the right of f of x. So for that one, you're traveling from the right, you go up, you have to make a little jump because there's a hole there. Keep going, and you still meet up at -1. All right, and now we have to find the limit as x approaches -2 of f of x. So what that means is that, say you and your friends want to meet up. So here's you. Well, that's two eyes. And here is your friend. So you want to meet up at -2. So you meet up here. You have to jump. And then you come to -2. And we've already done these. And your friend starts here, has to make a little jump, and then you all can meet up. So say you're meeting up at Chick-fil-A. It happened to be closed on Sunday, but you still met up. You still made it to at -1. So that means it's -1. So basically what you can say is this, that when the limit as x approaches -2 from the left equals the limit as x approaches -2 from the right, they do equal and they're both -1. That means the limit as x approaches -2 is also -1. Also, I want to point out on this particular problem, if they ask you what is f of -2, if they ask you what is f of -2, it can't be -1 because that's open. It has to be -2. Now, since this does not equal the limit number, that means it's not continuous. And you can see where it's not continuous because you have a little jump going on here. All right. The next one is this one. So the limit as x approaches -5 of f of x. Now, so this one doesn't have the to the right and to the left. So if we go from the left, and we're going to where? -5. From the left, we're coming down, and at -5, we stop at -1. So this equals -1. Now from the right, starting from the right, you travel along your path, have to jump twice, but you end up at 0. So from the left, it was -1. And from the right, it is 0. Since these two numbers don't exist, these two numbers aren't the same, that means the limit as x approaches -5 of f of x does not exist. Okay? And again, if I said, what is f of -5? And you would say that is -1. So it matches one of the limits, but it doesn't match our right-sided limit. And the next one is +5. So if we go to limit as x approaches positive 5 from the left. So here we go. Have to jump twice. Okay, so we're going to 5. Well, that stops at 1. Now, if you go from the right, this was the left. So if you go from the right, you start from the right side and go up, and we still end up at 1. Again, that means you and your friend both met up here. Even though you didn't go inside or anything, you still met up. So since these two equal, that means the limit as x approaches 5 of f of x is also 1. But again, I want to stress that if I asked you what is f of 5, on this case you'd say it's 0, which doesn't equal our limit. That means it's not continuous. All right, and we'll get into that a little bit later. That's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.